What's going on, guys? This is William here, slash WD Sower. I want to bring you the best that I can with what Tend to Your Garden is. What does it mean? What can you do with it? How can you apply this form of understanding in your life so that you can actively be mindful of what you're doing, and you're able to lose that mindfulness even and have fun. You know, like life is, it could be challenging, it could be distraction or distracting, and it could take you to many different layers of being, and it could be confusing. It can get you lost. It can cause you to dig yourself under in a hole. It can cause you to dig yourself a hole for a grave, pretty much, to die in. It could take you many places, okay? And all I'm trying to do is create something that out of it you're able to learn how to tend to your garden for yourself. Not for me, not for anybody, just you, your way of being. I don't want to interrupt anything that anyone else does. All I want to do is guide and teach from a certain perspective, and then let that be, because I am not a guru. I am not someone who is like, oh my God, I figure everything out. No, I'm just sharing a perspective, a point of view that may guide you or gift you with an idea or a seed that you can plant for yourself in your own garden and grow it on your own at your own will. And just know that these ideas are not my own. These are ideas that I've gathered through paying attention, through learning and loving, being passionate about. These are things that I can just show you what I've dug through that gave me insights. I can guide you so you can have insights for yourself, but I can't do anything that's like 100% proof of that's gonna work for everybody, because this is not gonna work for everybody. Maybe, I don't know, I don't think so. I just think that it works for whoever it works for, and if it works for you, amazing, take it with you. And if it doesn't, then I'm sorry. You know, someone else may have something better, insightful, and I will share some of those points of views that may be way more insightful for you than what I'm sharing, because all I'm doing is I learned, now I'm here, and I learned a lot, and I'm still learning. I'm like, I don't know, I don't want to call myself anything on this scale. In jiu-jitsu, there is white belt, blue belt, purple belt, brown belt, and black belts. That's different levels for adults. White belts take 2 years to reach blue belt status. Blue belts takes 2 to 6 additional years to reach purple belt status. Purple belts, depends on the purple belts, takes 4 years, 2 to 4 years to get the brown belt. Brown belt, 2 to 4 years to get the black. And you add all that up, it's you do the math, you know, from what I just said, it can take as little as 3 years for someone like he's a UFC fighter, and I forgot his name. He's from Hawaii, but he got a black belt in 3 freaking years, which is incredible. And I have to mention his name because I'm totally disappointed that I forgot. But regardless, these MMA fighters or UFC fighters are prime examples of how you can excel at something through the practice of one thing or many things, and perform in a fight to show how you can connect multiple layers of understanding into one form to win, right? And I'm gonna see if I can look this guy up. So 3 years, I'm typing 3 years to receive black belt. I'm like hoping I can get his name before I get it, but usually it does. Right, as soon as I click it, it comes up, but his face is only the thing that comes to mind. BJ Penn, right? It just came up in my head. I'm trying to see BJ Penn. It might be BJ Penn. Yep, that's BJ Penn. Okay, wow. So I was trying to remember his name, and his name came up finally before I figured it out. Wow. So BJ Penn reaches black belt in 3 years. That was my whole point. Jesus. And other people can reach it up to 10 years, 12 years. It may take 16, but it doesn't matter. overall. It's your life. It doesn't matter what, if you reach a black belt, they say, there's a quote that white belts or black belts are just white belts that didn't quit. That's all it is, for real. So a black belt is technically a person who didn't quit for 10 plus years, and they're still doing it, still learning, they still got the passion, they still got the drive, they're doing from what they're doing. And I like to look at the black belts in life, in anything, and look at what a black belt can be for everybody, everything, every point of view. So it's not to, and this is not to attach yourself to a black belt idea. That's just a concept. That's all it is. That's the whole point of the quote. White belts are just black belts that didn't quit. It's just a concept. Get rid of the idea, because you start to think you're better than others, and sure, you may be better than others and whatever, but don't let that bring you to cockiness. Don't let that bring you to making yourself better than everyone else, and you think you're a better person or whatever than anybody else. That's when you start to divide yourself into different ways of being and polarity. Okay, I teach all that, or guide you through all that understanding through my ways of being, so to speak, and how I teach myself to remind myself, so I don't get caught up in this way of being. And it's okay to get caught up in it. It's totally okay. I'm not saying it's wrong to get caught up in it, because a lot of people do it, and all respect. But for people, I don't know, for an individual, I'm dividing myself here. For an individual like myself who is just curious, it's just someone who's monkeying around and then realizing, oh, I'm still doing what everyone else is doing. Okay. It doesn't matter if I see myself in this point of view, seeing a different point of view. I'm still doing the same thing others are doing, but in different form, different way of being. And it gets like, if you start to feel sadness out of that, or like, that sucks, pay attention to that. That's important, because ego can steer you into a different direction and bring you to negative land, and then you start forgetting that's polarity too. And you start to, oh, okay, and you appreciate that too. Got it. You don't have to. I'm trying to be really careful with my words here. You just reach a different state every time, and you're saying that, and then you catch yourself seeing that it's a different state, and you're realizing that it's all one state still of mind. So just be with that, and just keep trying. Just be with what is, man. Be present. Enjoy your life however you want to enjoy it. You don't have to enjoy it my way, or this way, whatever, but it's a way to enjoy life. So that's what Tend to Your Garden is about, is to plant seeds in your garden, and exploring what is, and seeing what works for you and what doesn't, and just living, man. Just living for your garden and being with it, and appreciating everybody else that has their own garden too. Don't forget about that. Like my child back there, she has her own garden. And every now and then I'll see her make a mess in it. And I'm like, she can make a mess in it if she wants. She's a child, That's her way of being. But I have to teach her how to, so to speak, stay in her lane, so she doesn't go ahead and make a mess in everybody else's garden. Because then other people might get mad because they don't understand that she's just learning, bro. I'm talking to myself too, by the way, because she messes up my gardening, literally, physically, out there in my actual yard. I was tending to it to practice what I preach, and then saw that she was destroying, messing up my garden, causing chaos like a tornado, and me being upset with it. And then realizing, wait a minute. I can't get mad, bro. Like, I chose to have her in my life, and did I choose that? Did I really choose her to be in my life? She was created, I can't explain this. I'm not saying I created her literally, but what created her is all a part of the mind, bro. it's crazy. It's beautiful. It's amazing to me how it works, or how I think it works, whatever, a perspective of how it works. And it's like, there's no way of explaining it other than just seeing what is and just paying attention to it. Like, fuck, that's beautiful. It's profound, like just paying attention to how things are made right in front of you, including your emotions, including your ways of reacting to things, including to the voices in your head, the voices in general. My dog just passed by and gave me a thought. I was listening to a guided meditation by one of my favorite YouTube channels. I think it's Seminary Jairusara. And oh man, yeah, Seminary Jairusara. It's a great YouTube channel for you to check out. Shout out to them. They are sharing their teachings, the wisdom of the masters, and she's using, her voice is so beautiful, and it's so vibrant and goes with the flow of the words speaking to your heart, and opens your awareness to right there. And it's just, I'm grateful for that channel regardless. It's a channeling. It's a channeling within a channeling, if I can explain that briefly. We're all channelers. There's no dividing us between what we channel. And we all channel the source of information, or of everything. And we channel in different waves. We channel in different waves. And that right there is powerful shit when you think about it. It's like you see, or you hear, or you experience a different channel from a different point of view, from a different voice, a different frequency, a different level, a different way of being, a different form of wave, but channeled by one source that seems to be divided into multiple layers, multiple triangles, multiple roots, multiple whatever, mycelium, that still connects with the source in mind. And that's something so vast and important to remember. Again, not for everybody, but for me personally, which is what reminds me to enjoy the present moment as much as possible, including now. With that being said, I'll leave this here because I don't want to go past 15 minutes in my videos. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did enjoy this, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Comment below, pick one or the other, it doesn't matter. You don't have to like, subscribe, and follow, and hit the notification button and whatever. Pick one of those, whatever you want to do, or pick none, your choice. If you enjoy my content, show love. If you don't enjoy it, don't show love. And if you enjoy the content, you don't have to show love. Whatever you want to do. Just be with it, and may you all be blessed. May you all learn to tend your garden. Till next time, I'm WD Sower. Check it out.